This is Buzz. He's our chef for this evening.
Hey.
He's going to be cooking a famous British dish called the Cottage Pie, but with a twist. This is our favourite meal here in South London, and it's a regular meal that we will cook with cottages. No, we'll cook it with mince. But Buzz is going to tell us a bit more about the ingredients. He's cutting some vegetables now. Statement of the greet of this evening's meal. What would you say is the first point of action in creating a cottage pie, Buzz, especially with a twist? And what is the twist tonight?
The twist is that we'll be using chili con carne as opposed to just regular minced beef with, say, gravy.
What would you call that then?
I'd say it's kind of Spanish, possibly Mexican, if you want to say chili con carne. We'll call it maybe Mexican cottage pie.
Mexican cottage pie. I like that. That sounds good. So it's the best of British, but it's the best of British with a Mexican flavour, which I guess is an important part of anything that's British nowadays. It's about bringing in different cultures and celebrating it in this sort of union and unison as part of Britain. So we're just cutting up some red onion there. But let's take a little bit more of a closer look at the ingredients that Buzz is using tonight to create this dish. A garlic bread, obviously famous. Well, I'd say it was famous for Italy. Would you say it was famous, the garlic bread as an Italian?
Well, when the meal originally came around, I wouldn't say it's Italian, but bread was often eaten with it as a staple. I mean, mashed potato is very bulky, but it's a way of soaking up the juices that were left over from the meat, so you didn't waste anything.
It's quite a British thing, isn't it, to add bread to an end of a juicy meal, because people hate waste, and bread can, as you say, suck up a lot of juice.
Suck up, yeah.
A lot of juice. So what else have we got down here? We've been cutting the onion.
Got some carrots, which goes back to the traditional cottage pie. It's not so much the Mexican that we've got, but it's nice to have a little bit of home in there. Home,
and that flavour is important. It's quite a sweet taste, isn't it? The carrot.
It's important that it's not one or the other. It's a mixture. It's not cottage pie, but it's not chili con carne either. It's got a mixture of the two recipes.
Yeah, great. Well, I think this comes back in a way. It's a metaphor for Britain, in a way. We've also got the Italian-style garden salad. Now that obviously is green leaves inspired by Italian flavours, but we can't go into that too deep because I understand where lettuce leaves come from. They all look the same to me. Here's some peppers, obviously a crucial ingredient. But I think we're going to have a look now while Buzz cuts the carrot. Let me just see the technique there. Yep, you cut the carrot. And we can have a look at more detailed look at some of the ingredients that are going into this recipe. Buzz, maybe could you talk us through these ingredients here? So if we have a look now at the first ingredient, what are we looking at here?
We've got a bit of chorizo, just something to pep it up a little bit. Possibly, I'm thinking, well, as it's Mexican, I was trying to push it a little bit further on from cottage, so I might be adding nachos and some cheese as a crusty topping. Traditionally it is just usually mash on top, but I thought maybe breaking up a little bit of chorizo and putting some nachos in there, and I'm also probably going to mix in with the mash some sour cream and chive to kind of counteract the spiciness of the chili con carne.
Fantastic. So what animal does the chorizo come from?
It's pork.
It's pork. It's a pork. That's right. So a pig.
Yes.
That spicy pig right there. So then of course we got the mushrooms.
Yes, and just some mushrooms.
Mushrooms you'd use in the traditional English dish without the twist. I think mushrooms are a staple of this type of meal. Is that correct? Or
yeah, it's important to keep the British ingredients in there, or it just becomes chili con carne with mashed potato, not a cottage pie.
Not a cottage pie, which is what we're going for. Sure. Yeah. And you mentioned earlier that we're going to be using nacho. So there's the nacho.
It's one of the nachos. The rest are in the bag. Keeping them fresh.
Keeping them fresh, but that's the nacho, and we can have a closer look at that now. There's some good flavours on there for sure. Just show that maybe close. So we have to do this without nachos, sadly. But we also have meat on offer, as you can see.
It's the same price as standard beef.
Standard beef, but it's organic, and I think that's an important factor when choosing the beef. Because in England we like a discount and we like cheaper food. So I'm going to let you get on now, Buzz, and continue cutting those carrots.
Yeah, I'm just going to do some prep.
Some prep. We'll be back to you after you finish the prep.
Yeah.
All right. Speak to you soon.
Yeah.